What does success look like for you? You've asked that question. I've asked that question. It's in every coaching toolkit we've ever touched. And for a lot of ADHD clients, it lands with a thud. You get a vague answer, a generic image, sometimes just a blank stare followed by, I don't know, just better than this. The question isn't bad. The format is wrong for this brain. When you ask someone to paint a picture of a future that doesn't exist yet, you're asking them to synthesize backward from an abstraction. Build something coherent out of thin air. For many ADHD clients, that operation is genuinely hard in the moment. So they give you a shallow answer and you think they don't know what they want. They do know. You just asked in a way their brain can't process right now. There's a fix, and it's concrete. Instead of asking about the ideal future, you ask about the specific past. Instead of, what does a good week look like? You say, tell me about the last week that actually worked. Walk me through it. That question hits a completely different cognitive pathway. Episodic memory, real events, actual sequences they live through. And the material you get back is richer than anything the abstract version ever produced. This is the decompose move. You're going to learn it, practice it, and add it to every powerful question you already use. Not as a replacement, as the version you reach for when the original falls flat. What does success look like for you? You've asked that question. I've asked that question. It's in every coaching toolkit for good reason. But watch what happens with many ADHD clients when you ask it. You get a pause, then something vague. I don't know, just better than this. Or a generic answer that sounds like it came from a motivational poster, and you can feel the session go flat. Here's what's actually happening. That question asks the client to build a mental picture from the future backward, to synthesize something that doesn't exist yet into a coherent image. That's a heavy cognitive operation. It requires holding multiple possibilities in mind, comparing them, composing them into a single answer. For the client sitting in front of you, that operation may be exactly the one their brain is least equipped to perform in this moment. So you get a shallow answer, not because they don't know what they want. They do. The problem isn't missing knowledge, it's the format of your question. You're asking them to architect a building from the roof down. Think about a client who can't answer, what would a productive week look like? You try. Think about a week in the past couple months that actually worked, even partially. What day did it start on? They go quiet. Then, actually 2 weeks ago, Tuesday was good. Now you have something real. The difference wasn't effort or motivation. You just asked the question in a shape their brain could work with. So here's the move. Instead of asking your client to build a picture of something that doesn't exist yet, you point them backward to something that actually happened. Walk me through Monday morning from the moment you woke up. Tell me what happened between 9 and noon on Tuesday. You're asking for a sequence they live through, not one they have to invent. This works because you're pulling from a completely different part of how the brain retrieves information. When you ask, what does a good week look like? The client has to synthesize forward from nothing. When you ask, tell me about last Tuesday, they're recalling an episode. That recall pathway is more accessible, and what comes out is richer, actual details, actual texture you can coach with. Pay attention to the aperture. The smaller the time window you give, the more your client can actually describe. Tell me about this morning produces more than tell me about this week. Tell me about the meeting produces more than tell me about your relationship with your manager. You're narrowing the frame so the picture gets sharper. I watched a coach ask a client, "What would a productive week look like for you?" The client said, "I don't know, just better than this one." Flat, nothing to work with. The coach shifted. Think about a week in the past few months that worked, even partially. What day did it start on? The client paused, then said, "Actually, 2 weeks ago. Tuesday was good." Walk me through Tuesday. Now there's material, a real sequence, real choices, real data you can build on. That's the decompose move. Specific, sequential, concrete, already lived. Here is the technique that makes the decompose move most useful. You ask your client to recall a specific morning, one that actually happened, where things went at least a little bit right. Then you say, "Walk me through it from the moment you woke up." Notice what you were doing. You are not asking them to imagine something. You are giving them a real event to retrieve. That retrieval is a different cognitive operation than building a vision from scratch. They are not constructing a future they have never lived. They are pulling up a memory their brain already encoded. The alarm going off, the coffee, the sequence that followed. That memory has texture. It has details they did not plan to remember but do. Now you have a concrete referent, and from that referent, you can ask the questions that actually produce coaching material. What was different about that morning? What did you do first? What did you skip? These land because the client is describing something real, not performing an idealized version of themselves. Compare that to asking what they want their mornings to look like. That question asks them to synthesize forward from nothing. The past self question gives them something solid to stand on and then look forward from. One important note, this is not a positive psychology exercise. You are not hunting for success stories. You are using a real memory as a data retrieval tool. Getting specific, actual information the two of you can examine together. Here's your homework. Take 3 of your go-to powerful questions and rewrite each one in decompose form. I'll do one with you right now. What does a good week look like? That's a staple. Most of us have some version of it. And when it lands flat, we tend to assume the client isn't ready or isn't motivated. But the problem isn't the client. It's the format. You're asking them to build something from nothing, synthesize an ideal that doesn't exist yet into a coherent picture. That's hard for anyone. For many of your ADHD clients, it's the wrong ask entirely. The rewrite. Think about a week in the past couple months where things felt like they were working, even partly. Walk me through it. Now the client has something real to grab. They're pulling from memory, not imagination. And what they give you is actual data, sequence, context, conditions, not a wish list. Do this with your next 2 favorites. Whatever you ask most often, write the decompose version next to it. Not as a replacement. The original still works in plenty of sessions, but you need to read the moment. When a client gives you a flat answer, a vague answer, a frustrated shrug, that's your signal. Switch to the decompose form and watch what opens up. The skill here isn't having one version or the other. It's knowing which one to reach for based on what's happening in front of you right now. This is not a replacement for every question in your toolkit. Abstract questions still belong in your coaching. When a client is regulated, reflective, and already doing their own synthesis, a spacious question like, "What matters most to you here?" can land perfectly. You don't need to decompose that. The skill is knowing when the format is failing. When you ask something broad and get back a flat answer, a blank stare, or a generic phrase that sounds like it came off a motivational poster, that's your signal. That's when you shift. And when you do shift, pay attention to your posture with it. These questions open doors. They are not cross-examination. Walk Me Through Tuesday morning is an invitation, not a deposition. If you start rapid-firing narrow questions, what time, then what, who was there, what happened next, you've turned curiosity into interrogation. One specific question, then let the client walk. Follow their thread. You're retrieving experience together, not extracting testimony. The other place to hold back is during meaning making. When a client is pulling threads together, connecting a pattern they noticed, sitting with something that just landed, that work needs room. A wide, quiet question serves that moment. What are you noticing right now is exactly right there. Decompose is a tool for opening sessions and unsticking them. Integration asks for space. Read the moment and match the question to what the client's brain actually needs.